action. So hi, welcome to another exciting episode of, we never named this, but
Warren
whatever.
Cooks.
Warren Cooks. So come on, let's get a little closer here. And today we're gonna make a classic French dish. It's a variation of Poulet à la Creme, or chicken with cream. So what we've got here is I've got a chicken breast. It's a paillard, which means that it's just kind of pounded out a little thin. So this way it cooks nice and evenly. If you ever cook a chicken, you get the fat end, the skinny end, and the skinny end's kind of dry, and the fat side, well, you probably should have cooked it a little longer. Paillard. Put it between two pieces of plastic, whack it a couple times with a mallet, fire the chicken.
Wait, you forgot something.
What did I forget?
You forgot to thank our sponsors.
Oh, that's right, I gotta thank our sponsors. So I'd like to thank our sponsors, oh wait, we don't have sponsors. But if we had sponsors, this is where I would thank them. So any sponsors need an opportunity, here it is. So, now back to our show. All right, so here's what we've got here. We've got our chicken. Maybe bring the thing closer, camera. And for mushrooms, I picked the portobello mushroom because I kind of like them a lot. The shallot, because shallots are cool. Chicken stock and butter because I'm French, so got butter. Cream because I'm French too. Wine because wine. And then I've got a mix of herbs here. I've got chervil, Italian parsley, tarragon, and chives. So for y'all at home, I didn't have any fresh tarragon because I forgot to ask Brienne to grab some from the garden today. So I actually have a little bit of dried tarragon. And once we chop it all in together, it's going to work out okay. So if you don't have all the fresh herbs at home, you can use some of the dried mixed in with it. It'll come out okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to heat up our pan. And it's just on a low flame right now while it's heating. And it's a thin pan, so you can get it really quickly. And then we'll do some chopping and stuff. Here's our shallot. The shallot is, it's an onion we cut it. So we'll cut it in half, this way it gives us flat sides. When we're chopping, we should probably do a chopping video, maybe tomorrow. So if you have a flat side, you don't have to worry about rolling. And you come down this way, and you come across this way, and you go down this way. Now, don't do it this fast, because this is not my first shallot I've chopped. So there's that. And then, because I like a lot of shallots, we'll do another half. And here's that. So there's our shallots. Oh, let's cut mushrooms next. Mushrooms are kind of cool. So this is kind of big, and if you look at our chicken's kind of thin, like me. So we don't want it to kind of cook evenly together. So what we'll do is we'll kind of cut this in half this way. And maybe we'll julienne it. Julienne is a fancy French word for cut it in strips. So there's our julienne mushroom. We probably don't need all that. It's kind of a lot. So we'll just put that aside and we'll have it for staff meal. All right, so we've got our mushrooms, we've got this. So now we'll take our herbs. This is chervil, which is kind of like a licorice-y kind of herb. Honestly, you probably won't find it in the stores. But especially if you live here in the Sandhills, there's no reason not to grow this stuff yourself. And our Italian parsley, I think it's got way better flavor than the curly parsley. And that little bit of dried tarragon.
Tarragon is a plant that you can't grow from seed. It has to be propagated.
Right,
So I always recommend it. You buy it at either gullies or big bloomers.
There you go. So we'll chop this stuff up here. Make it into a bundle. And I kind of like my herbs coarsely chopped. I don't love them super fine. I just kind of like to kind of bite into and get a little more flavor out of each individual one that way. So you don't want to just chop chives. And actually, if you look around your lawn, if you're not using pesticides, you probably have chives growing. So a little bit of chives. And I should stop saying so much, but maybe the next video. So the chives, just kind of slowly slice them up. Do little chive rings. I like to cut them on a fancy little bias because it's fancy.
You fancy.
Yeah, it's fancy. So there's a bunch of chives. What else we have? Okay, so actually I guess we're ready to go. So our pan should be hot now. And we're going to olive oil.
By the way, the pan didn't have anything in the bottom. It's just well loved.
Yeah, it's not a brand new pan. And butter, because butter. So I like to cook in a combination of olive oil and butter. The olive oil enables the butter to cook at a higher temperature, and butter gives us amazing flavor. So you hear that sizzling, and that's the water coming out. So while that's sizzling, we're going to season our chicken on both sides because we eat both sides of the chicken. Oops, I sort of tore that one a little bit. Pepper. There's no reason not to have a blue pepper mill at home. There's our pepper. Let's herb that up a little bit too. Again, we eat both sides of the chicken, so we season both sides of the chicken. And our butter is nice and foamy. So, and it goes. When you put something into a pan, you want to sort of swirl it in and give it a little wiggle to make sure you're not sticking. And then let it cook for a moment. And at this point, I'll put our mushrooms in. If you're using a smaller mushroom, like maybe a shiitake, that will cook a little bit faster, you can put that in after you flip the chicken. Same if you're using like a white domestic or a cremini, you can put that in once you flip it. So flip our chicken over. And now our shallots go. Boom, lots of shallots. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pop it in the oven for a moment.
Pull it out for a second.
Oh.
Get it close up there. Here we go.
Turn that off. Give it a moment.
So what you're saying at the start of this is we should turn our oven on?
Yeah.
350, 400?
Yeah. Let's compromise, 375.
Okay.
And that's how a marriage works. You compromise. All right, so our chicken's done. Not really, but well. Okay, so next goes in our white wine. So just a little splash of white wine is really all you need. A little splash. We'll put that wine all the way down to a sec, S-E-C. And what that is, it's French for dry. So there's that.
Like it appears on the champagne bottles.
As an example,
Beep.
So the next video we should do a bunch of things so that while these are doing something, we can do something else. But, so you can serve this with rice, you can serve it with potatoes, you can serve it with French fries, you can serve it with just vegetables, you want just a bunch of vegetables, or what? Or pasta, yeah, you can serve it with pasta. Pasta! What was the name of that show?
It was some anime thing where each kid was dressed up as a country, and I don't know. You'll have to ask Ben.
Yeah, one guy who yelled around yelling pasta the whole show, but we always thought it was funny.
Guess what country he represented?
So our wine is just about cooked out, and this is chicken stock. So our chicken stock goes in next to give it more chicken flavor, even though chicken tastes like chicken. Yeah. So there's that. Anyway. So we'll cook this down a little bit more, and then we'll put our herbs in. And you kind of want your herbs to go in when this is boiling, because just like when you shock a green vegetable, it helps to set the color. I like lots of herbs. So we'll let that cook down for a bit. If you don't have chicken stock, skip that part. Or if you're roasting a chicken at home and you have the carcass left over, put the carcass in a pot, cover it with water, let it simmer for a couple hours, and strain it, and you'll have chicken stock. So, cream, and we'll only use a little bit. You have a bunch of that. Cream. We'll let that cook down a little more. I didn't realize how long this took to make. So one of the ways to bind up a sauce or make it a little bit thicker is with cold butter. So just like we started with butter, we're going to finish with butter because France. So another little
Knob.
continental chip of butter.
If you
So
read the old
your-
recipes.
If you read your Scafé, it's a knob of butter. So put that down a little bit. Now comes the good part. That's how we did. So you see I'm swirling the butter in. It's in there someplace. So it's all incorporated. It's a little basting action on there. Keep everything all moist. I have a friend who hates the term moist, so that was for you. Ooh, that's pretty good. But use a little more salt. And definitely more pepper. So there we have it. It's poulet a la creme, which is chicken in cream. Thanks.